it's important to talk about Liel Abada. You wrote a column on it yesterday for Record Sport Online, and I don't want to blow smoke or be too sycophantic, but it was a brilliant read. If anyone's listening,
Plenty didn't. Don't worry about that.
Comments were a great read as well.
Well, it was one.
Hit the nail on the head.
It was one of the most read stories on Record Sport Online on Monday. It was shared a lot of interaction on social media. But I thought you made a really good point, Mick. Put yourself in Liel Abada's shoes. I know a lot of Celtic fans want this goal-scoring winger back in the squad. Rodgers saying he's not in the right frame of mind. It's difficult for any of us to even comprehend what he's going through.
Yeah, listen, I don't want to wade into the politics of the situation, right? Because I'm neither intelligent enough or educated enough or informed enough to do that. I'm just trying to think, if you're a 22-year-old lad and a long way from home, the things happening back in his homeland. Listen, it's not for anyone to pass judgment on what. I mean, listen, you can think what you like about what Israel are doing or whatever, or the situation in Gaza. It's horrific. It's just a really awkward position for the kid to be in, I think. Mm-hmm. I mean, listen, Celtic fans, let me just say, listen, I acknowledge the fact Celtic fans gave him a rousing response when he came back against Rangers, and they've been supportive of him on the pitch. But that it doesn't really matter if there is still kind of flags in the stands and all that stuff, and he's getting pressure put on him back home, whether it could be family, friends, his national team boss. It's just a lot on the kid's shoulders, a long way from home, and I think it's difficult one. As I said, I mean, he's lucky he's got a manager there who knows how to deal with a lot of situations. He's dealt with, I mean, he's 700 odd games as a manager. He's seen a lot. I mean, this is a guy who had to put reins on the likes of Mario Balotelli, Lee Griffiths. He deal with Luis Suarez when he's weighed biting folk left, right, and centre. So he has had to deal with problematic situations in the past. This is another one he's got having to deal with, and it's and I kind of feel for the kid. And I know it's such an emotive topic, right? And I'm very, very mindful of blundering my way through the political side of this thing, right? So, and I completely get the right to have a protest, and I get all that stuff, and I'm not getting involved in all that. I'm just saying, for that kid in the middle of it, it's difficult. And getting up to produce on the football park, which is probably a kind of secondary issue. And people go like, oh, they certainly pay his wages and all that stuff. Well, listen, we've all got jobs, but if things happen in your personal life and private life, the job becomes secondary. That's just the way it goes, right? That's life in general, right? And this is football, which isn't real life. It's theatre. Do you know what I mean? I just think that there might be a regret that maybe not let them go on loan in January. Might be a regret there now. Let him get a new environment away somewhere, clear his head, play games. As in from a rather kind of cynical business point of view, keep his value somewhere else. You know what I mean? Again, that's away from the real life issues I'm talking about from a business, very cynical business sense. He would retain his value somewhere else. Whereas now, I think we're getting to a stage you wonder where he goes from here now. If Rodgers can get him back, focus on football and playing, then fair play. He's a magician. If not, I don't know.
It's obviously he's here to the end of the season, Fraser. You know, obviously we know that, but it's very difficult to see him having a long-term future at Celtic beyond that.
What's he contracted to? I checked there.
It's a new deal in the summer there, no?
7, isn't it?
Yeah.
7. That's what 3.5 years. I really rate him. Before all this happened, I thought he was one of Celtic's most dangerous players, certainly after Jota left in the summer. Mm-hmm. Remember Brendan Rodgers gave Lee Griffiths time away for football, gave him, I don't know, 4 or 5 months to go away. He said work through his problems. I don't know if something like that would be helpful here, because 22-year-old, extremely talented footballer, I couldn't agree more with what Mick's just said. Genuinely, if Mick hadn't said any of that, it's exactly what I'd be saying. Any argument like this, you need to put yourself in somebody else's shoes, and my 22-year-old self in his shoes couldn't cope with that. Nowhere near it. I'd be wanting to be back home with my family, my friends. God knows what's going through his head. So I don't know if a little 4 or 5 months off to go and do whatever he needs to do, work through things, work out his future, would be helpful. But the comments coming out of Rodgers at the weekend suggested maybe that could be the best outcome. Is if if he's got 3 years left in his contract, from a football point of view, Celtic, I think, should be doing everything they can to keep him. Who knows where that part of the world will be at the start of next season. It's just a god-awful situation. Far more important than football, as Mick said. I mean, people in this part of the country take football seriously, far too seriously, some more than others. What that boy is going through right now, I can't imagine. So I don't know what the solution is, but maybe a little break from his work could be best for all parties.